Let go.
Decatur. I am, y'all. Hey, you're tuned in to another episode of Say That Podcast. I am the Jazzy Libra, and I'm sitting here with Mr. Pimpin Ken,
What up?
and I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, like I told y'all before, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot for somebody to come to this earth, you know what I'm saying? Start with a sperm, then to go from sperm to ovum, from ovum to a clot, from a clot to fetus. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, he came here through my sperm. You dig what I'm saying? But I could have jacked him off in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? He could have been in the napkin. You dig what I'm saying?
Or he
But
could have been in her throat.
Yeah, in her throat. You know what I'm saying? Or in the well, I don't want to say that. You know what I'm saying? But I respect this mama too much to say that. But hey man, this is my son, man. This is Young Supreme, man.
Yeah, man, I could have been somewhere, but guess where I'm at? I'm here, man. You know what I'm talking about? I believe that. Hey, man, this young Supreme, the mini me, not the mini P. Believe that. Everybody hit me, one of the great Supreme. I'm here with Say That Podcast. I'm ready to tune into the real.
Let's go. Let's go. You can bring the mic closer to you. Want to lean back and get comfortable,
Okay, cool.
Definitely want to get into it. We on part 2, y'all. So, what you been up to? How you been? How you feeling? Let's
Well,
start off with that.
since we came and graced your mic last time, we then completed the Boosie movie. We completed the Boosie book, so the Boosie book is coming out. It's out. I mean, it's the Cross the Track Ice T movie is out. Split Decisions, and we got the Boosie movie coming on Tubi. We got to deal with Homestead and Ice T. We got 9 movies coming out, so we've been basically working. We got the HHF magazine, and we've been working very extremely hard with Supreme in the studio. So he have a lot of new tracks.
Booked and busy is what you been.
Yeah, handling business, standing on business. Yeah, hey man,
Hey.
standing on these niggas, man.
You standing on their necks.
And
That's
they
what you
motherfucking
doing.
back, you know what I'm saying?
Applying
Using
that
niggas
pressure.
Tables, they cheers the tables, man. Around this motherfucker, you understand me?
Applying that pressure, and that's what I like. I like to apply that pressure.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy being around you and learning, different moves and different things about business. Okay, this is a businessman, honey.
Mhm.
Pimping ain't easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Pimping ain't easy, and pimping come in all forms. Okay, because I have a question for Mini Me, and not the Mini P. Okay, he was gonna give me some game, but I told him to hold up on that T. So it's rules to this thing, y'all. It's rules to pimping. I don't know if y'all know that. It's rules to this. And don't get it twisted. Jazzy, but it's levels to this. Okay? I am a pimpstress. Is that what I am?
Yeah.
Pimp again, I'm a pimpstress.
Yeah. You got it.
Okay. I claim that. I receive it. Yes, pimping ain't easy. So I want you to go ahead and elaborate about, the rules.
Well, the rules of pimping is it's like the 10 Commandments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on with it.
Rule number 1, first and foremost, is purse first, ass last.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
say that.
I don't mean that. No, that's the rule. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that.
And the rest of the rules they follow in a different order. You can put them where you want to put them, but that's rule number 1.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I would put the second rule is when pimping begin, friendship end. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no feelings, ain't no, oh, this my guy. He done took my girl. Oh man, bro, how you gonna do that to me? No, it's like, hey man, you know what's going
Got
on.
the bitch.
I got the bitch, man. She been built, you been peeled. So that's how that go. But and there's a couple other rules, you know what I mean? Like for one, like what I was explaining to you earlier is that having sex on camera is like a thing.
Taboo.
That's you know what I mean? It's something you can't do, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Cause for one, it's some niggas who don't even or some P's who don't even have sex with they women at all. You know what I mean? And they stand on that like, man, we ain't having no sex. This shit about to check. You know
That's
what
what's up.
So but that's another rule, you know what I mean? So you just gotta stay on your toes.
So what
and
you're saying is that if the bitch can see the the trophy before she paid for it. Like BB King said, the thrill is gone.
It ain't no good.
How bitch gonna pay for something she can see?
It ain't no good. That's like you think Nike don't let you walk out the store before you pay for the shoe, man.
Y'all
You gotta,
look at this
you gotta look
dynamic.
at the shoe, pay for the try it, or you can try it a little bit. You can look and try it, put one on. You can't put two
you
on.
ain't lying, because I went to McDonald's to get a 12-beef petty special sauce, lettuce, pickle, onion, sesame seed bun. That's the Big Mac.
Right.
It said pair with the one, but you don't get the Big Mac to one the two.
Straight up.
Yes, sir, man. Pimpin, man.
For sure.
Y'all see this dynamic. This is amazing to me. This is father son. So my question to Mr. Mini Me and not the Mini P. What was it like growing up with your dad being an entire pimp? I need you to be open, honest, just for real.
Honestly, I never really, until I got a certain age, this is just my dad. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with my dad. I love my dad. He's my superhero. I had a lot of shit going on where I was, my mom and my dad went together, so I was in different environments. You know what I'm saying? I might go one time with my pops and be in the suburbs and be having a good time. Not worried about nothing. But I might have to go to a different environment. I might hear a gunshot, my brother getting shot. My shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, like I said, pops was my escape. You know what I mean? We'd go out of town, do a lot of different things and stuff like that. So I just couldn't wait to go with pops. Like, you know what I mean?
So different to hear, and that's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, that his father was his keepsake, his safe haven.
Sure.
Basically, that's what he's saying, and I receive that
for sure. And but growing up, it was just when I definitely got of a certain age, when I got to going to school and the teachers know who my pops is because they hear my name. They like, your name Ken Ivy. Kenneth, who your daddy is? You know what I'm saying? So that when it got to that point, I got to realize, I'm like, damn, my pops actually is. You know what I'm saying? And then we go out of town, we in God knows where, and somebody run up, Pimpin Ken. I'm like, pops, why are you running up to you like that? You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Funny.
You know what I'm saying? So then I got to really realizing though, that's and
how did you feel?
It never really
when you learned what pimping was. How did you feel?
Oh, once I knew what pimping was, I was already around it. I kind of knew what pimping was.
Tell her when you first.
My first.
Yeah. I know we talked about it in your interview, but you can tell it. I'll let you go ahead.
So
kick it.
When I first knew some real shit was going on, like what the hell, and I was 4.
4.
I'm 4 years old, but can I get a little? I'm gonna get real. I'm gonna get real honest.
Real,
right?
Come on, we say that over here.
And
without incriminating ourselves.
Right, for sure.
It's over with the statue
so,
shit.
Pops picked me up. Pops picked me up one day. He like, right, we finna take a ride. Now this was the first time that I ever rode with Pops, and it was just me and him. It ain't my brothers and my sisters, none of that. It's just me and him. So I'm kind of like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But I'm 4, so I'm like, going with Pops, we about to ride. We drive about hour, 30 minutes to Chicago from Milwaukee. We in the blue Benz, 10s. It was gray seats, matter of fact. And we get to Chicago. We pull up in the parking lot. I see some white lady. How about a black Benz? The newer Benz, though, then we was in probably like the next year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 4, but I know it's a different car. I know it's a newer. Pop's like, man, grab all your things. We getting in this car. We get in this car. This car got TVs, black Mercedes. I'm like, what the? We drive that car back. She get in the other car. I don't know what happened.
He said, who's that white woman?
I'm like, Pop, she just gave you a brand new, like, you just got a new car like that? Like, what's going? And guess what? I pissed in the seat on the way back to the...
in the new car.
In the new car. Pop was mad at my... Hey, you done pissed in my motherfucking new thing. But that's when I knew. That's when I honestly knew, like, damn, like, something different going on. You know what I'm saying? That was my first introduction to it.
Yeah, that was one of the little white girls that was down with me. She had been in Chicago for like 30 days, and I told her I want a new Benz, so she bought me a brand new 500. And I wanted him to come with me to get it, because I was just, he was too young to show off. I just wanted him to come with me 'cause I wanted to be with him. And I didn't want to just leave Milwaukee and leave him there and not spend some time with him because I was out of town. I promised I was going to. So we went up there and, she just, she broke herself, and gave me a brand new whip. And that's his first time seeing the game.
Yeah.
And he was
At
like, "Who's
4
this white
years
woman,
old.
Dad?" Because he ain't, he see white people. He's like, "Who is this white woman?" Because
For
he,
sure.
yeah, he don't know. He didn't know what was going on entirely because he was only 4 years old. But it was funny though. I think about this. That's a funny story.
That was my first time I knew
That's when he
things
knew
was
that,
different.
And
that there was
things
some
was
pimping
different.
going
You know
on.
what I'm
Your
saying?
Some real
daddy
pimping.
was different.
Yeah, for sure. And then he told me, "Don't tell your brothers and sisters."
Yeah. I try to, because they grew up in a different environment. His mama and me, we all been in the game together. And so I was just trying to, keep my business to myself.
Everybody business ain't nobody
Everybody
business.
business ain't no business. Yeah.
So how many kids do you have?
For me,
Yes, you.
I mean, I think I got about 9 total. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's funny, but it's true. But
No, I'm laughing at the look on I'm laughing at the look on his face.
no, he got brothers and sisters.
I
Then
got
he got
stepbrothers.
stepbrothers and sisters that
Mhm.
that he came up with. So
Sure.
that's how we get to the Nina, right? But
Mhm.
basically, if you just want to count, the kids that I raised 9 in my in 33 years, but I have 6 that are biological.
Got it.
You know what I'm
Understood.
saying? So so I mean, I got little homies and stuff, that I call my sons, that I look out for, so I don't want them to think when I say kids, I don't mention them or the ones that's been
That's
in the
understood.
household don't think I'm not including them because but I have 6 kids, like,
Okay.
in actuality.
So all your kids know about your lifestyle? Did
Well,
they
well,
grow up knowing
the
about your
funny
lifestyle?
thing, right? His brother that they real close, him and Big Kenny. I guess he's Little Kenny. And they both named Kenny Ivy. Both of them named Kenny Ivy.
Oh,
One
that's
name one
unique.
is a Johnny and he's Supreme. So a
Okay.
Johnny Kenny,
I
I
like
just said it
that.
like that. He asked me to go to his graduation, and all us went. We went to his graduation. He was graduating from Hamilton High in the suburbs of Menominee Falls, Milwaukee. It ain't Milwaukee, it's Menominee Falls. So just so people know, it's about 40 minutes from Milwaukee, 30 minutes, whatever. So when we went to school, all the little white kids was like, "Hey, take a picture. Come take a picture, right?" I'm like, "Well, take a picture." He said, "Dad, they know you." And he was tripping. He said, "How they know you, Dad?" So he was kind of, it was weird for him because he Supreme, he hear it all day because he on the block. You know what I mean? He from 2-8. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
He got his little homies. They Taliban. They just doing their thing. They wilding, but they know the game, so they knew the game at like a young age. But look, Kenny, he wasn't around that. He'd hear it in passing, but when his classmates started saying, "Hey man, that's your dad, Pimpin' Ken, can he take a picture?" And they were white kids, he flipped out, he started tripping. And my daughters, they didn't too much know anything about it. My daughter she thought I was just a regular dad. I get her, she want to go to Disney World. The little sister Kendriana, she just want to do all this and
Oh, that's
and
unique
stuff.
now. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they never knew. They never knew it because I didn't raise them as like that. Even him, you know what I'm saying. Even though he would go on the block, I didn't raise him, like I'm his dad,
To
Pimpin'
be
Ken.
on the block.
But
Right.
he was just the only. I had to take him on the road with me, and I explained that to my older son. I said I take Supreme on the road with me because he really, like from the game. You know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah.
see something in
No, he's
him.
really from the gang. His mom in the
Mhm.
gang, his granddaddy's gang, his uncles now sold drugs, you know what I mean? So he see this shit every day.
Okay.
So I felt like it was my duty to make sure I expose him to certain things and let him travel and see things. So
As
he was
his
able,
father.
that's how he ended up, having more knowledge and wisdom than gained than his other brothers and sisters. It's not that I purposely, put game on him like, yeah, hey, you finna be a pimp. It wasn't like that. It was like, look here, little nigga, you know what I'm saying? We we got some issues. We got to talk about this. Don't trust these niggas. These niggas here, don't let these niggas, never let your right hand know what your left hand doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody, if they start at your feet, they'll end up at your throat. I'm telling him all this stuff. I'm giving him the raw business, you know what I'm saying? Because he had to walk out that door every day, and deal with the reality of the streets.
And I kind of sense that you gave him the game because of where he was from, where he lived, and even what he said when he was with you, you was basically his safe haven. So I kind of feel that maybe you took him under your wing as his father.
Now he had real shit going on. Niggas was talking
That's what
about
I'm saying.
kidnapping
Like
and all kind
what
of
I'm
shit.
saying
So I
is,
had to,
for him to be in that type of environment, you basically took him under your wing to school him on the real game.
Yeah, and I couldn't let his brothers. I told his brothers the reason why I told him not to tell him is because I didn't want his brother to think that I was neglecting him.
Exactly.
But he don't know that
you seen something in him.
With the tidal wave,
the
tsunami that was about to hit him was way different than the tsunami that was about to hit them because they was on the boat. He was out here on the block. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had to deal with reality. You know what I'm saying? His brothers, I'm going over there to pick him up. His brother getting shot. We got to go to the hospital first. All kind of shit happened. His uncles and all them, they on the block, they hustling, they selling work. You know what I'm saying? They riding around in Regals and 9/8 and shit, you know what I'm saying? Strapped up. And, he had to deal with that. So, as a father, I'm tripping. But at the same time, though, the same lifestyle his brothers had. I mean, and the other thing about it, he's on the block. He's about 15, 14. He wearing Robin jeans.
All the flies clothes.
He wearing Gucci. Everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I'm spending a real band making sure that, he don't grow up to be a bomber. He don't grow up asking nigga for nothing. So I'm giving him that raw business, and he a nice looking guy. So all the girls, sweating him. So I knew that would come with that is jealousy. You know what I'm saying?
Envious.
So I, but don't get it twisted. He lived at the big house. So he was at the mansion often.
Definitely.
Whenever I was at the mansion, he was at the mansion. His mama know when I come on, I ain't trying to hear nothing. Give me my son. He finna go with me. And then now he's playing baseball. He's skateboarding. We had basketball court, football field, swimming pools, all that shit at the crib. You know what I'm saying? They had their own little room. They had a whole play pen downstairs that they could play. So he had that life too. You know what I'm saying?
The best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds. Yeah, but he had when he go on the block, them niggas ain't trying to hear all that.
That part.
And then I'm picking him up in Maseratis and SL55s, and so they know his dad is something, so they talking about kidnapping. I let him tell you about that.
I was gonna ask you about that, because I heard you kind of break through on that, but what's up with this kidnapping?
The kidnapping situation was that was crazy. It was crazy. I could laugh about it now, but at the time I was scared as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But a lady, it was some people on the block. Like I said, like Pop said, he was picking me up, fly cars and shit like that. I'm wearing a lot of fly shit in the hood, but you know what I mean, shit like that. And a lady was on our porch, came to my mama's porch and knocked on the door. It was like, I need to talk to you or something. She stayed like 2 houses down from us. I need to talk to you. And she was on the porch. I'm listening, ear hustling. And she like, they talking about snatching up your kid for some ransom money or some shit from Pops. So
you got some ransom money.
My mama, being who my mama is, she tough. She a tough cookie.
Okay.
So she like, motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing to my son. You know what I'm saying? Woo. So she took it to heed, but she was still like, people ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to my son. So she was telling me like, stay in the crib for a little bit. Don't be running outside just by yourself. You know what I mean? Let somebody know you going outside. And me being me, I was just so bad. I'm sneaking out the window, going outside. I'm doing all types of stuff. So I go outside one day and I'm walking down the street. In Milwaukee, we got like alleys, the street, the alley, the street. So I get to the alley part of the street and it's this guy. He got dreads. He got braids. He got braids to the back. But I know who he is. I know who he is from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey, come here. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean, come here? When I said, I'm like, huh? Like, nah. And when I said nah, he just got the chasing me, trying to grab me.
See,
So I'm running down the street screaming. When I got to screaming, he kind of just faded back. No, I ain't. You know what I mean? Then shit from there, I was walking outside freely, smiling wherever I wanted to walk to.
because it just did not
no,
go down.
no, cause it got handled.
Oh, it.
Not handled. Ain't nobody do nothing to nobody to no.
I
You know what I'm saying?
understand.
But
You got- but you
I was
got-
walking around.
Say less.
I got to ride my bike
But,
wherever I wanted to ride
say
my
less.
bike to.
But you got to remember
Say
this, though.
less.
You know, listen, Jazz. I'm his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he got a whole bunch of uncles and his brothers. They gangsters. They like
For sure.
Milwaukee is they call it Milwaukee for a reason. You know, it's a gangster town. And then the nigga obviously, if he thinking that way, he don't know. I got the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine with me. You dig what I'm saying? The whole East Side. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And they don't play. So it was like, a lot of times, I excuse niggas because I know they don't be mean no harm. They just trying to, they stomach touching their back. They trying to eat. But sometimes niggas go down the wrong path. He go down the wrong.
They fucking with
Yeah,
the wrong
yeah,
one.
wrong,
They
the
gonna
wrong
fuck
shit.
them.
Yeah,
They
and
fucked
shit
around
will,
and found out.
shit will get dealt with. No doubt about it.
That
It
way.
will be get dealt with.
But it definitely was overall still as a kid, being a kid and that happened, it still was kind of like a traumatic incident for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I don't know, but
For you to even remember that.
I remember it vividly. You know what I mean? I remember his face vividly. And after that, I still seen him in the neighborhood, and he'd just look at me. You know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't never say
He
nothing.
don't want no.
He
He don't want no
ain't do
smoke.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But that is.
Shit sweet until it tastes sour.
For sure.
Shit always sweet until it gets sour.
He said that. He said it. But I'm glad that did not pass.
Right.
And they had to be a traumatic incident because I couldn't imagine. It's it's always somebody that's close to you anyway.
And you know what? I'm glad when I found out, I'm glad that I didn't take it to the next level too, because it's like
Be in prison or something.
it's like
Crazy.
the whole family, right? The whole Ivy family in general in that city, you know what I'm saying? We well protected. You dig what I'm saying? And well respected. So a lot of times, like even today, even being the leader of the hip hop fraternity, a lot of shit I just let slide because I know my niggas is gonna react different. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to tell motherfuckers to do something, so I don't tell them nothing because I don't even want us to get that negative reflection on the organization. I want to keep it positive.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Even when you hear something like that, then me being in the penitentiary doing 10 years, you know what I mean? I know what come with that. I know you become the first suspect. You know what I'm saying? So, you always want to try to handle shit diplomatic and try to be political about the shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Just so y'all know, we do try to resolve shit first diplomatic.
Definitely.
Just think about it before
we
you
don't
act,
say
Jack.
try. We don't say try.
We diffusers.
He did what he was supposed to do the first time around. But if you didn't catch that first T, you gonna fuck around and find out. That's what he's saying. Period. Point
East Side's
blank.
got a lot of ghosts. East Side of Milwaukee got a whole bunch of ghosts. You don't want to meet the ghosts.
I'm learning a lot about Milwaukee.
Oh, it's
Milwaukee
Milwaukee.
go down
Or
for sure.
Pewaukee. It's either Pewaukee or Kewaukee. I represent the P in Pewaukee.
He popped his collar, baby. He popped that collar. I like that. And his son popping his collar too, because
sure.
I've heard him rap.
He got it.
He really and you know what? As a father, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you your flowers right now while you yet can smell them. And I'm pretty sure, and I've seen you with your son, and I'm pretty sure that he gives you your flowers because I can hear it. By him saying that you were his safe haven.
I spent $1 million on him and his brothers and sisters over the years. Probably, I've been a good father. You know what I'm saying? And now that he's older, I'm gonna let him talk to you about that. Now that Supreme is older and he's out here and he getting it out the mud, you know what I'm saying? Not from up under the rug, you know what I'm saying? So he have to, sometimes be away from his son, my grandbaby. So now he come to me and say, Pops, I understand what you were saying.
I was going to get to that.
Yeah, go ahead, get to it.
Oh, no. No, I'm going to finish what I was saying. I respect you as a man. And as a pimp. That you took care of your kids. You made sure that they knew the game. You knew that they was out, whomever, whichever one was out. Because I'm pretty sure you have some that was sitting in the house and didn't want that part of life, but you seen something in your child and your children where you said, you know what, I need to step up to the plate because I need to show him the way. I need to get him the game so this won't happen
Well,
to
my
my
dad, see, you
son.
got to remember, I grew up with my father too. So Johnny Slick, that's my daddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Johnny Slick, what he used to do, he used to take me to the pool hall, show me how to shoot pool. He used to tell me the same thing I tell Supreme. He used to drill me. He built the confidence in me. I'm not just confident, by accident. Pops,
Oh, it
he
starts
not
at
confident.
home.
Yeah. Pops,
It
Pops,
starts at home.
absolutely. Pops gave me what he gave me. I gave to him. Even like me and him get into it, right? You know what I'm saying? Or we have a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? It might be for that day, but he can always come back and we can fix it, right? That's what my dad, I got into it real bad with my dad one time. I cussed him at Pops out. And I thought, you know what I'm saying, he was gonna hate me for that. So, oh man, I fucked up. My dad ain't gonna talk to me no more. And so I just called him and he said, how you doing, son? And he said, come on by the house and get your son to eat. Your mama been worried about you. And I was so surprised that Pops didn't lash out on me. And he taught me that. You know what I'm saying? So every now and then one of my kids spaz out. When they spaz out, I learned from my father to just be calm, and I'm pretty sure he's going to pass that on to Supreme, because, my grandbaby, Supreme, you know what I'm saying? He's Supreme too. I got a grandbaby, Supreme
Okay.
Jr.
I
Supreme
love, love,
So,
love
so,
that
so,
name.
so, but see, me being his father and teaching him, discipline and teach him, how to control his emotions, you know what I'm saying? It's going to calm him down, because if I would have been like, bitch ass nigga, why you calling me? Fuck you, nigga. You ain't my son. If I'd have been like that, it would have been a different result. But the fact that he know that me and him can have a misunderstanding or disagreement, he can call me back. He know that they ain't gonna be flipping out on. That's teaching him, you know what I'm saying, how to treat his son, and that's how my father taught me. So everything you see me doing with him, me being, 5 years old, going down to Oxford, Mississippi to see my granddaddy and my father. Oh, they're talking. He playing the Isley Brothers and Tyrone Davis. He popping his finger, and I'm sitting down listening to music. I did the same thing with him. So he could sing, any of those old school songs,
sure.
And I could sing any of the old school songs
For sure.
because, you know what I'm saying?
That's my vibe.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye,
That's my
Ohio
vibe.
players,
That's
Tim
my
Tyrone
vibe.
Davis,
See, he know all of
All
them.
right, Tyrone
Maze.
Davis, come on with it.
the golden time of day.
Oh, honey, come on with it.
And that's why a father, you said you give my father, that's why it's so important for young men to be in their child's life because.
Ooh, say it
You know what I'm saying?
again. Say that
You're
again.
going to get old one day. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that again. Which camera I need? Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Say that.
Say it again.
Say that again.
Say that.
Say that.
Yeah, it's important to be in your child's life because, I know one day, you know what I'm saying, if I ever end up in hospice or if I end up being an old man, I want to be able to say I had such a relationship with my child, my sons and my daughters that they can come and make sure the pop's straight,
Sure.
And it's like when I got sick, you know what I'm saying? My son, he out there in Hollywood, he doing this thing. We don't talk that often, but I got sick, he called me, said, Pops, you all right? That's my oldest son, Ken Ivy Jr., Johnny. And so he called and said, Pops, you all right? You know what I'm saying? And then he just came down to Atlanta about a week or two ago. He was just, telling me like, Pops, I'm finna do me and little brother, me and Supreme finna do your movie. We finna do your biopic. I said, yeah, is. I said, we y'all come up with this at, you know what I'm saying?
Tell them to come.
And they like, yeah, you ain't got, Pops, you ain't got nothing to do with this. We doing this. You know what I'm saying? Man, you gonna definitely be in it. So, they been making me do memos and shit and
I
tell them
think
my
that is
story.
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, right? I was like, everybody asked me to do my life story, right? And when they told me they was gonna do it, at first I was like, man, how these dudes go? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, he don't even remember. This is so crazy, right? This is a good story. So I had a Maserati and I had an SL55. So I think Supreme liked the Mazzy, and I think Lil Kitty liked it, the convertible, the SL55. So I'm sitting upstairs one day, and they like, yeah, when dad, son happened dead, I'm gonna get the Mazzy. No, I'm gonna get. I'm like, nigga, what the
You
fuck?
listening.
I'm like, I ain't finna.
He
so,
ear hustling.
hey, so I'm standing over there. I
He
said,
ear
what?
hustling.
I'm standing what the fuck is these niggas talking about? when they gonna get the car, nigga? I ain't dead yet, motherfucker. What are you talking about? And so I just stood there, I just watched it. And then I of course, I'm being their dad. I went back, I laughed. I said, these little motherfuckers something else. You know what I'm saying? They talking about who gonna get the Maserati, who gonna get the S. I'm live as, I'm young too. I'm probably in my 40s at this time. So I'm young as fuck. And they talking about, who gonna get this car, that car. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. So
and that's actually a lot of the things that inspired me. Like, even like you saying, growing up in the game, I was around a lot of different pimps. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of pimps.
Speak on it.
So like the G Govs, the Kenny Reds, rest in peace, Kenny Red. You know what I'm saying? I was around them when I was 13. Magnificent, free Magnificent. Valentinos, exactly. Valentinos, like real peas, real peas. You know what I mean? So that's where I get a lot of my flavor from, seeing them and seeing Pops. And man, you know what I'm saying? I gotta dress like this. I gotta do this. I gotta move like that. I gotta talk smooth. I gotta be relaxed. I gotta take a few seconds to think before I say something so I can say it properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was an inspiration to me. And that's why when I did get older and able to be on my own 2 feet, I never really wanted to. And I could call Pops and ask Pops for anything. If Pops, I need it. You know what I'm saying? I know he gonna send it. You know what I mean? But me and what he instilled in me, and also my stepfather too, rest in peace, Jeff. They both really instilled in me is hustle and grind and make sure you can get your own and be a man. You know what I mean? I'm a man before I'm anything. Before Pops, I'm pretty sure before he Pops a pimp, he's a man first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's what they taught me to be. So I don't really like I can't call it's hard for me to be like Pops. You know what I'm saying? See, I wanna get, something about me, I gotta get it on my own. I don't want nobody to ask nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely because of seeing him, and Pops ain't gonna buy me he would buy me a new Bentley, but shit, I wanna buy my own. Like, and then I got a Porsche. Bought me a black Porsche, red seats. Pops, here, come get the keys, drive it, crash it, do whatever you need to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that really, all of the stuff that he was like, man, it was just inspiring. Like, my Pops is great. I gotta live up to something.
Your Genesis down Nashville.
I got new Genesis too. Man, Pops, drive it. Go where you need to go.
He gave me his car. He's like, here, take this. And,
for sure.
And the same thing, the Bentley, I let him drive that, the 560. Was it 560? Yeah,
560.
I got so many goddamn cars. I can't remember, but that car, and I mean, it's just, we a family. You know, I mean, I'm just hoping one day Jazz let him come and get that jet. You know what I'm saying? So, when we got that $500 million jet, hey, y'all go get that jet and go fly to Hollywood and shoot another movie. That's what we aiming for. Just
come pick me up.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Jazz. Just come pick me up. I'm right down the street.
We got you.
For sure.
I'm loyal. Okay?
Sure. We got you, Jazz.
Loyal. I love this. I'm going to tell you why. You do not see, and I don't like saying this, in your background, pimping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a lot of pimps reach back for their kids, for their offsprings. Okay? They might have offsprings with multiple women. It does not matter, but that's still their offspring. And what I respect about you raise your kids. You help raise your kids.
Every one of them.
For sure.
And gave them the game, whether they wanted it or not, whether they were going to embrace it.
I taught my daughters too. I said,
I was gonna get on that.
Never sleep with a man on the first day. Give him at least 2 months. They said, Dad, why 2 months? I said, if he wait for you 2 months, that means that he really fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Come on with it.
And you know what I'm saying? I just teach them, that you can't, you can't be the type of woman that's a drama queen. You know what I'm saying? Control your emotions. God gave you a quality that's exclusive to a woman. That's emotional quotient. So have a high emotional quotient. Treat your man right. Respect your man. If he's respecting himself. So I kind of gave them game on a whole nother level. I didn't teach my girls look for a doctor, look for a guy with some money. I told them no, get out the mud, get your own money, and then make a man respect you and match your rhythm. So if you get money, then he should maybe respect you and match your rhythm. If he can match your rhythm, then he meant for you. And I said, if a man, if me and your mama make you mad, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you crying, and you need somebody to shows to cry on, you call that man at 3 o'clock in the morning, he don't answer the phone, he don't match your rhythm. He's not for you. Because a man that really for you should be able to cry on his shoulder. So just little basic stuff like that I taught him, and just tell him, don't give your cookies up. You know what I'm saying, me? Because if somebody can try you before they buy you, then the thrill is gone. So you want to sweat them out. You want to make a man, be ready, to tie that knot or to be down with you because you let them know that hey, look, the reason why I didn't have sex with you, the reason why I'm not easy, so you can know that if I'm with you, that you ain't got to worry about the next man try to slip in my panties.
He said what he said, y'all. Y'all better catch that tea. Pimping ain't easy.
But somebody got to do it.
Somebody got
he giving free game. They are giving free game. So if y'all not taking notes, I don't know what you're doing. Cause I'm telling you right now, the mini me, Mr. Supreme.
coming. I'm coming for you.
He has. I've seen him rap. I've seen him perform. Okay, so he's multi-talented. It's many facets to him, and I can only give credit to his mom and his dad. Okay, because I'm sitting right here in front of this young man, and the swag is real. Okay. And this is not my first time being around him. I'm going to tell you that. And he's this way all the time. Okay? All the time. Very respectful. And he's handsome. Ladies, he's handsome. Okay.
Pay his ransom.
Pops.
He's very handsome, okay? And so how many kids do you have?
I only got one kid.
That's
got a
what's
son.
up.
He's 3 years old. His name Kenneth Supreme Ivy Jr.
Oh my gosh. This name, y'all, let me tell you something.
Kenneth, well, not to interrupt you, but Kenneth means handsome in a different language, German. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
come on with it.
Yeah. So I think it's just our legacy that we carrying on. You know what I mean?
Kenneth, I was about to say that. I was about to say. Let me tell you something.
If he came out ugly, I would call him Benny. Because it ain't Benny. You know what I mean?
That ain't him.
Hey, when I look at him, they come out. Oh yeah, you're a kid.
I mean, the name.
It's mama's baby, daddy's baby. You know what I'm saying? So they come out, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, yeah, just call him Benny. You call him.
Call him Benny.
Call him Sammy. You call him Tad. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I
but he ain't
love
no
it.
Kenny. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
He ain't trying to get the ransom.
Yeah, I got one son. That I'm just I'm keeping it at one. So ladies, relax.
That part. Hello.
I'm keeping it at one for
make
now.
them
You know what I'm saying?
it.
But
make them swallow.
that's my joy right there, man. That's my
or put
heart.
it on their skin and make your skin pretty.
For sure. You know what I mean?
Just saying.
But that's my joy right there. That's my son. That's my heart, man. That's everything I do is for my son. Like, he made me more of a man. You know what I'm saying? Made me focus. Made me lock in on what I need to do and what I need to be focused on. So, shout out my son.
Shout out to my grandbaby.
That's what's up. I love the fact that this name would carry on. It's a legacy that Pimpin' Ken is leaving behind, you guys. So take that tea and do something with it, positive. Pimpin' is not, to me, and this is my personal opinion, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it with my chest. Pimping ain't easy, but somebody got to do it, okay? And what I like about this is he took what he had and applied it in a manner to help grow and grow his family and help his family mature and know how to maneuver through the streets, okay? Whether they're in Atlanta, whether they're in Chicago, whether they're in Milwaukee, it does not matter. I'm going to tell you like this. When you can remember something from the age of 4, and you're a grown ass man right now with your own child, your father, your mother had some impact on your life, positive. Okay? He didn't speak nothing negative because there are lessons and there are levels to this game. Okay? And that's what I'm seeing right now. And I've seen that with my own father. Okay? I've seen that with my own upbringing. And I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. I love the dynamic of it. I love, when I see you with your son. I enjoy hearing you speak about your kids because you don't only speak about Supreme. You speak about your children, and I like the way that you even, you know, taught your daughters.
Absolutely.
I was taught a different way. Okay. I was taught a different way, but I was taught, not to give the cookies up. I was taught that, yeah. My mom. My
Well,
mom.
I think what that did for my daughters is it prevented teenage pregnancy.
That part.
So
Oh my
a lot of
God.
my daughters, when they had their children, they was much older,
Grown.
and they was grown. And my other son, Javante, he just having a baby. He's 34.
See, that's what I love. That's what I'm talking about. My mom had me scared, y'all. My dad had me scared. Okay, so I wasn't trying to have no kids at an early age. I went to the army.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kanisha, she the oldest. She 33. She got a master's degree. She ain't had now kids.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And I have a master's degree. Hello. So education is the key, y'all.
And she was a cheerleader for what? The Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
See,
one of my
get
daughters,
that, catch that,
Miami Dolphins.
catch that.
We all got something going on.
Yeah, he went to college. He came here to Atlanta, went to college. But y'all got to read. Y'all got to see my podcast and see what happened with that.
Yes. Oh, and let me.
A View from the Gang coming soon. Supreme. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Pimpin Ken has his own podcast now too, y'all. Let me go on and just spill that tea. Because it's enough room out here for all of us. And I love it. It's enough room out here for all of us. So I'm gonna let him speak on his podcast.
Oh yeah. So what we did was we went to the streets and we got all the people that was really mashing and crashing and getting it with no passion. You know what I'm saying? And we interviewed some of the biggest names in the game. If people seen Pimps Up, Hoes Down or American Pimp, they could see those interviews. It's kind of like a Pimps Up, American Pimp type of scenario, but in podcast form, right? So, a lot of brothers from the gang, who made that transition. Because life is a collection of transition.
Yes.
But it's also, you got to look at your life like a transmission. So you switching gears. So when they switch gears, they go to the next level. As you said, there's levels to this shit. Then we want to catch them and say, okay, well, come on our show, real game, real people. And what we're going to do is we're going to showcase, your transitions. You know what I'm saying? And your gear switching. And then that's how the whole thing is about. So we got, you're going to be on the podcast. We got people, they got all kind of backgrounds, whether it's in the military, whether it's in the streets or whatever,
or whether it's both.
Or whether it's both. And, we just showcasing that. And I think my best interview is with my son because I learned a lot of things on camera. And, as he was saying, I was like, oh, what? I was like, what? And
I have to watch that.
It messed my interview up because I'm like, I'm learning in real time like the viewer, right? I'm like,
and
what
he
the hell?
Dad.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what? I mean, man, come on, man. But it was very interesting. So y'all need to watch Supreme episodes coming up.
I think it was super intimate, super vulnerable. You know what I mean? And we was super honest.
And that's good that you can be honest with your dad.
For sure.
Well,
at one point in time, but see, that's the part of the story.
Trust me.
Is that I wasn't not necessarily honest. I just wasn't necessarily, he don't need to know this. You know what I'm saying?
That
He don't need
part.
to know this right here. You
So
know?
I
Not
learned-
right now.
Not right now. Not right
I
now.
learned
Let me
everything
figure it
in
out
that
real
interview.
quick.
So
Let
Supreme
me figure
interview,
it
y'all
out.
watch out for Supreme. Just look for the
Probably
great
had the
Supreme.
face like,
I'm telling
Man,
you.
I was I was trying to
What?
control my cadence, right? I was trying to control my facial expression. I'm like, I know these people looking at my nonverbal right now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, he communicating kind of weird.
body language.
Yeah, and so but it was good to know because after that we laughed about it. And I was like, wow. It was just like, wow, really? You know, that happened, you know. So it's a real good interview. I think everybody gonna tune in. I think it's gonna break the internet.
For sure.
Well, I think, you know
As
what?
well as this interview.
I think that part. But I think, too, once you process the information that you receive from your son,
Mhm.
Supreme, okay? I love that name. Once, and just the Ken Ivy and all, yeah, this is going to carry on for generations, y'all.
Like the
But
Rockefellers.
for real, I'm so serious about it. But I think once you receive that information from him, you respected him a little bit more because and I'm pretty sure he respected you because he was able to open up to you and let you know what he learned from you.
Well, if I'd have learned at the time, I'd have called Showtime, HBO, say, "Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather situation
Hey,
going on. You know what I'm
let's
saying? Y'all need to
go.
televise this and let's stream this. You know what I'm saying? Let's get paid because me and this boy for the box.
Well, you know what
You know
I
what I'm
think,
saying?
right? I think cause I be so chill and calm sometimes, you know what I mean? A lot of people might think I'm not really, or sometimes, you know, that I be in my own little world. So people might not think I'm paying attention to a lot of things.
Mhm.
But with my pops and when I was growing up, like I said, so going from the suburbs and going to the hood,
Mhm.
it can cause a little confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you ain't welcome here. You go over here, it might be a little different. So motherfuckers like, you different. You go over here, you like, you different. You know what I'm saying? So you be like, damn, I gotta just be by my. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm really now I'm a fly on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
So
kill.
now I'm every time you saying something, I'm looking at you more interest. Like, the littlest word I'm thinking about it. Like he said, don't do that because that. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I'm really paying attention to it because I'm trying to figure out, and this is me being real and vulnerable, where I fit in at or in this world type shit. Just growing up as a kid, you know what I'm saying? So like I was just more attentive than all the other kids. And I just knew more than, you know.
And I love that you're saying that and you're speaking that because you, you know, we have a lot of viewers. And I'm pretty sure that it's some people out there that can resonate in to what you're saying. And honestly, I feel like you have a gift. That's a gift because you had the best of both worlds. And I'm not saying that being on the other side of the tracks is the best, but honestly, coming from where I come from, East Side Decatur, County Road, Atlanta, Georgia, I represent all day. Coming from where I come from, that's the best of both worlds. My mom is a preacher's kid. Church 7 days a week. I'm the middle child, but I'm the one that snuck out the house
too.
at night. I'm the one, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're going to leave it at that. I'm the one that was in Reb office every Sunday. We're going to go talk to Reverend. Why, mama? Why? That's not my daddy. But guess what? Yes, he was the closest father figure that I had. And honestly, God rest the dead. Honey, in my opinion, he was a pimp. I learned a lot from my pastor. That was my mentor. One of my mentors. I learned a lot.
That's interesting.
And I can honestly say that. So I feel like you had the best of both worlds. And I feel that you're blessed by the best. Okay. And you have a lot to teach your son because you are blessed to still have your dad to still teach you. And that's the way I am too.
He
When
teaching
you
me too.
exactly because you just learned a lot about him on your podcast that you didn't know.
Yeah.
And you were so you probably was angry on the inside, but then you probably was appreciative.
But let me say this though. His brother, Big Kenny, right? Johnny. So when he came down last week, he was popping his collar. And you got to remember, he's on the Netflix American, All American. He got all these movies and stuff. So he popped his collar. Yeah, Dad, I know exactly where I got the game from. You pop. I'm so glad you made me and my little brother so sharp. You know, and I'm looking at him like, dude, you supposed to be a square. You supposed to be alfalfa or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what that's what he showed you.
No, but then when he used to call me sometime, he said, Daddy, Sean Kingston got a party, right? And we tried to get in there, and look, Kenny just asked me, should we use your name? You know what I'm saying? So that look, Kenny, right? I would think Supreme would say, man, this use, you know, because Supreme been around me. I think Supreme would be saying, let me use your name, but look, Kenny said, well, he can tell the story better.
With the Sean Kingston party, we got in the party, but LA is a little different. LA, you kind of gotta like they'll walk over if they don't give a fuck who you is. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of come with that energy, like this is my motherfucking party. Open the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, open the door. You know what I mean? Like, so we like, what the hell we gonna? You know what I mean? And we get to the door and Ken, he see what people don't know about Ken is this. I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm gonna say this. He's sharp as a tack. And my brother, like, that's where I get a lot of my knowledge from too. You know what I mean? Because my brother was so smart and he was and he lived in this different environment and you know, he always made the honor roll and shit like that. And I wasn't making no honor roll, you know what I mean? So I used to be like, and you know, everything he wanted, everything he did, he got a new phone, I wanted the sidekick phone. He skateboard and I want to skateboard. Anything he was doing, I want to do. And when he got older, he would be in his room like reading the books, reading the Think and Go Rich, reading the 48 Laws of Power. And I used to be like, bro, come play. Like, let's go do this. And he was like, man, I'm focused. And so that's where I really got like, man, I gotta be focused too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to do this too. I gotta be able to speak properly too. I gotta be able to articulate myself and with proper, you know what I mean, dialect and everything as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So my brother is really like one of those people I looked up to. Like, I gotta be great. You know what I mean? And with my brother, that's why I love him so much. Cause like now we really more close. When I lived in LA, we was kicking it a lot and everything. And he was like, bro, look, bro, you so smart. He was like, bro, you are really smart. And I look at him like, you know what I mean? Like, no, you smart. You know what I'm saying? He like, no, you smart, bro. And that really just, I don't know, it hit me. I'm like, man, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of confirmation. Like, okay, I'm doing what I need to be doing. This is my brother who I know is intelligent, is telling me like, yo, no, I need to be listening to you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So that was
That's
hard.
what's up. I can relate to that.
Told over to Sean Kingston.
Oh, so we got in though. I told him, we told him like, yeah, Pimpin Ken, our pops, you know what I'm saying? On top of that, we like, shit, we who we is, you know what I'm saying? Let us in the door, and they let us in.
The thing that amazed me, not that they said Pimpin Ken's my pops, because I'm Pimpin Ken, you know, regardless. But when he said that, little Kenny said it, I would never think that he would use that because, you know, like he said, his brother is, you know, he's like an honor student, mathematician, you know, real square, like, but, you know, like when I seen him 3 weeks ago and he was popping his collar, like, yeah, pops, you know what I'm saying? I see where I get the game from. And these gestures, and I'm like, you know what I mean? You know, I'm like Supreme Twin, you know what I'm saying? They're like, I said, Supreme, you know what I'm saying? They've been kicking it, you know what I'm saying?
He was hiding it from you.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, he was hiding it, but at the same time, it was refreshing to see, you know, him do it because now I know, you know what I'm saying?
He was watching.
Not that he was watching, that, you know, he gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because the game, hey man, I don't give a fuck what y'all say, man. You got to go from the ghetto streets to exit. You know what I'm saying? You got to have both sides. You know, it's a lot of people, man. They graduate from Harvard. They walk out that door, man. They get in my world, man. Hey, look here, man. I done hear bras, man, like seriously break senators down like the last compound, you know, like briefcases and break checking all that money. You know, so if you that game serves as a buffer, you know, learning deception serves as a buffer, not because you're deceptive, but you know what I'm saying, you can read deception. And that's why you gotta have game. Because game ain't always to run game on people, it's to keep game from being ran on you.